She stood by the door, suitcase in hand, lips pressed tight like a secret she didn't want me to read. I told you it's just a conference. 3 days. Zurich. And I told her, gently but firmly, don't go. Not because I didn't trust her, but because I knew her. Knew the way she bit her cheek when she lied. Knew the flicker in her eyes every time I mentioned Marcus, the colleague with too many late-night emails, the one who made her voice change ever so slightly. She kissed my cheek, cold and rushed, like it was a task to cross off her list. Then the door clicked shut. That was the last time she saw the man she married. Sarah and I weren't perfect, but we were supposed to be real. 12 years. 4 homes. A life we built together from dust and debt. I supported her through everything. When she wanted to start her firm, I shelved my own career, held the line, paid the bills, covered the risk so she could chase a dream. And when she finally started to shine, she outgrew me like I was an old coat, still warm, still there, but no longer her style. I noticed a shift, the silences that lingered too long, the perfume that wasn't for me, business trips that came faster, stayed longer, and started sounding like scripts. The truth didn't arrive in some grand explosion. It whispered, soft, sharp, and undeniable. And I listened. I slipped a tracker into her luggage. A gift. She didn't even unwrap it. When she landed, I watched the location ping its way to a hotel she had mentioned, then to a private villa in the hills outside Geneva. The name on the reservation? Marcus Dalton. I didn't call, didn't confront. I booked a flight, landed quiet, checked into a hotel nearby. I watched from a distance. They moved through the city like lovers out of a movie, wrapped around each other in ways that told me this wasn't new. They laughed over wine, held hands beneath cathedrals, walked through stained glass and centuries like nothing they were doing was ugly, like they were free. They weren't wearing their wedding rings, but I recorded every moment. 3 nights. Then I came home, when she walked back into our house, jet-lagged and humming. The divorce papers were waiting on the table. I didn't yell, didn't throw accusations. I just slid the envelope toward her, the way you'd pay a bill you've seen coming for months. Her hands shook. You followed me? No, I said. I watched. There's a difference. She tried to cry. I let her. Guilt needs an audience. She begged me not to say anything. Said her reputation would crumble. She had no idea I already had. The footage had already reached her board, her firm's biggest client and Marcus's wife. She lost her job in less than 48 hours. Marcus Dalton, the golden boy of fintech, admired, slick, worshipped by fools. I peeled his life apart like old paint. Anonymous tips to investors. Financial discrepancies I uncovered in quiet hours while she slept beside me. Falsified records. A few whispers in the right places. The safes came knocking 6 weeks later. His wife got a flash drive, screenshots, audio, hotel receipts. The kind of evidence that doesn't start a fight. It ends a marriage. 1 word. Leave. She did. Took half his fortune, all 3 of their kids, and whatever pride he had left. When the dust settled, Marcus was jobless, divorced, and under federal investigation. I never spoke a word to him. I just let gravity do what it does best. Pull heavy things down until they shatter. Then I vanished, sold the house, changed my name, deleted every trace of who I had been. I moved across the world and became a ghost in a city where no one knew me. 5 years passed like a single slow breath. I didn't date, didn't look back. I built something quiet, small, mine, until last month. An email, no subject line, no message, just a photo. Sarah, thin, pale, unrecognizable, sitting alone on a hospital bed, swallowed by sterile light. A second message followed. Asterisk, she's dying. Stage 4. She's asking for you. Asterisk. I stared at the screen. Not because I loved her, whatever that was had long since been buried, but because a part of me wanted to see her, wanted to see what she looked like, without the lies. So I went. The hospital smelled like bleach and endings. Her room was quiet, washed in the same cold light I remember from the day I served her those papers. She looked smaller than memory allowed. Her skin hung off her like it had given up too. "You came," she whispered, barely a voice. I nodded. "Saturday." Said nothing. "I deserved it," she said. "All of it." I didn't agree. Didn't argue. I listened. That was my power now. She told me Marcus never recovered. Took his life 2 years ago. She said after that, she lost everything. The clients, the friends, the dream. All gone. I was wrong, she said, tears leaking from the corners of her tired eyes. You were the only real thing in my life. I leaned forward, just enough to let her see the truth in my face. I wasn't your punishment, Sarah. I said. I was your warning. You just didn't listen. She died 2 days later. Alone. I didn't attend the funeral. But I sent flowers. Black dahlias. The card said, "Perfect endings begin with perfect betrayals." Sometimes I dream about her. Not the woman who lied, but the girl who used to dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight, humming off-key, laughing at nothing. But I never wake up sad, because closure isn't always forgiveness. Sometimes it's just the quiet satisfaction of knowing you buried the past with clean hands and walked away without a single regret.